Hey there, it's Dusty with yet another Reddit story for you. This one from AITAH is titled, Am I the Astronaut for Refusing to Babysit My Little Brother Anymore? So I, 18 female, live with my mom, stepdad, and my little brother, 5 male. Ever since I turned 16, my mom and stepdad started asking me to watch my brother whenever they go out for date nights or have errands. At first, it was just once in a while, and I didn't mind because he's my brother. And then they would sometimes even give me a bit of extra money for it. But lately, it's been constant. Like every weekend and sometimes even on weekdays after I come home from school or work. They don't really ask anymore. They just assume I'll be around to watch him. And now they don't even pay me, saying it's just being part of a family. I mean, you set a precedent, parents. You set a precedent, and then you did shittier. What do you expect? Last weekend, I made plans to go out with friends. I told my mom a few days in advance, but the night before, she told me, oh, sorry, you'll need to cancel because we're going out. I said I wasn't available, and she got super angry, saying that I'm being selfish and irresponsible for putting my friends over family. Couldn't you just say ditto? She even said that I should be grateful they're giving me a place to live. Oh, wow. Kick you out unless you are a full-time babysitter. Harry Potter must not return to Hogwarts. I ended up staying home, but I told her afterward that I'm done babysitting unless they actually ask me in advance and offer to pay me sometimes. Now my mom and stepdad are both mad, saying that I'm acting like a brat, and they're disappointed in me. So, am I the astronaut? Look, guilt is the one thing they have to use against you, OP. Of course, they're trying to lay it on thick right now because what's the alternative? Paying somebody to watch your younger brother. If you don't do it for free, they got to pay somebody. And just telling you that you were going to do it worked for a while. Buttering you up to get you used to it worked pretty well. And then they took all the nice things away. They didn't need to butter you up anymore. They already got you in the habit of it being okay, right? But then you start to get wise to it. And then you're like, okay, I'm going to break this cycle. Have a confrontation about it, you make plans, and they tell you, go F yourself, kid, you're stuck now. You live here, you work here. There may be some I know there are a lot of cultural differences about families' involvement in this kind of thing, but at least my worldview and the way that I think it is today, I don't think this is okay. I think if you were going to have, number one, as a parent, I would not feel comfortable asking a child or forcing a child who doesn't want to watch my younger kid to watch my younger kid. Having a disinterested party who doesn't give a shit, and I'm sure she loves her little brother, but who doesn't want to be there, quality of care is going to be drastically less, but you choose to not give a shit about that because you're like, the alternative is paying. But you don't have to be an asshole about it. You know what? If you really need her to babysit frequently, then you probably should go above and beyond to make her happy about doing it. You want her to want to do it. That's the goal. You can't expect her to do it all the time. You can't dictate that she take care of her sibling all the time. It's not right. It's not right. It's not like full-blown parentification, but you guys are going out a lot. It's full-blown parentification. Yeah. They're stripping experiences away from her to make her do their job. It's not okay. Maybe there was a time when this is how it was done all the time. I'm sure there was, but it's not okay now. And I think the root of that should be, why would you want to force someone to do something that they don't want to do and then expect them to like do a great job and be happy about it? As a parent, that's the root of where I'm coming from is like, if I want you to want to do this because sometimes we need help, it can't be all the time, number one. There's an obvious abuse of that system, but sometimes you do need somebody to step up. They have to want to do it. They have to want to. Angel, I think their goal is for her to do it regardless of if she wants to or not. That's the system they've set up, because at some point they were like, we're doing too much for her. Like, we give her some money sometimes, like we're thankful. We're doing too much. If we really want to abuse this, we're going to have to take the good shit away and just force her to do it. Just suck it up. You live here. And that's what they pivoted to. And of course, because of the precedent they had set, it made her reaction even worse. The resentment is going to build now. Yeah, this is going to be why doesn't our daughter talk to us anymore after she goes off to college or moves on with life? You're NTA here, OP. For refusing to babysit, you had every right to, even if all the other bullshit wasn't behind it. You are you were in TA. Thoughts here, Tater?
So no, for me, this is the epitome of parentification. You're taking away from the 18-year-old to give to, this isn't even about the 5-year-old. This is to take something away from your 18-year-old child to give to yourself. Something that you should be doing. Like they're taking her experience that she already told them about, made plans in advance, and they're taking that away from her in order to do something on their own. And to me, I find this style of parenting disgusting. And I'm just going to be very frank, but the parents chose to have another child. That is their job. Like a 5-year-old can't stay home alone by himself. You do not put that on your 18-year-old to become a parent to the 5-year-old child that you personally chose to have. We offer our teens, like if they babysit, $10 an hour. But I don't think we ever, like the one that's like standing is Ava helps us Sunday, but I put Navy to bed before I leave. So it's like, but I still
watch.
Yeah, a standing watch with the monitor. But I mean, I still pay her for that. She puts the doc together. I pay her for that. Like I would never expect her to give up an experience. If she had something on Sunday night, then I won't be here. Like that's how it would work. And I don't expect kids to have to give up experiences in order to care for their younger siblings.
And it doesn't have to be a monetary thing either, but it's like what is going to make them want to do it. And if for her it was
right,
hell, I don't know, like a certain kind of milk, whatever. Like getting her something special that she's going to desire, that's going to make her want to do it. That's
right.
It's an inconvenience, and we understand that. So we will give you this for the inconvenience.
They said my mom and stepdad, they're acting like they're doing her a favor by putting a roof over her head. But they're saying that she's acting like a brat and they're disappointed. But what the are you doing, mom and dad? Like you're going out to do something that you want to do.
Right.
I mean, what doesn't that make you a brat? Because this is your child. This is your son. But yet you want to put the responsibility off on someone who did not choose to have this child. And that is...
It's party parenting. It's like, oh, we just want to have fun. We don't want to deal with the responsibility. The work side of being a parent. We're not interested in that.
That's
we just want to party.
OP is 18, I think, right? 16 or 18?
I can't remember.
18. This started when she turned 16.
There we go.
So she started when her brother was 3, taking care of him. And I don't know. It just sucks. It sucks for the 18-year-old who did everything right, and now is being called a brat, and her parents are disappointed because she's not stepping up for them to go do the literal thing she's asking to do. Like, just stay home. Where do you have to be every weekend?
Yeah. Bingo night.
Yeah.
For her, though, the hard part is that she needs a support network that extends beyond this home. Like, do you have grandparents, hopefully, that can be on your side here? Because right now, they could enforce the whole, like, you're going to do it or you're going to not live here.
That is so shitty. That is so shitty.
Hopefully it's just an empty threat, right? Like, that's the first mention of it. And I mean, everything else has been empty too. So
yeah. So it's because their social time is being threatened. They retaliate against their 18-year-old. Like, just hire a babysitter. Why does it have to be your 18-year-old? Just hire someone. If you can afford to go out, you can afford to hire someone.
They can't afford to do both. That's the problem.
Well, that's gross.